Hey, what's up guys? This is Anthony from AnthonysCustoms, and for this review, we are looking at the DC Multiverse Justice League Aquaman figure. This is the first figure of the new movie Aquaman, and it does have some really nice qualities, and it has some really bad qualities, which is not uncommon for this line. It seems that they've decided to focus on paint and sculpt rather than articulation, so that's definitely going to appeal to some people, and definitely going to piss off a few other people, so you're going to have to decide what you want, but it does have good and bad. So let's go ahead and take it off the stand and take a closer look. This guy stands just about 6 3/4 inches tall, which makes him a little bit over 17, like 17 1/4 centimeters. So he does scale a little bit better than the Flash because he's supposed to be a big guy, and that's pretty cool. He does come with one accessory, which is his trident, and it's just a pretty basic sculpt with no paint on it, but it's there, so I guess that's okay. And then, like I said, paint work and sculpt work. That's what they're focusing on. And this guy's obviously covered in sculpt. The entire thing is this kind of futuristic Atlantean scale mill, which is fine. And there's lots of panel lining. It's a lot like Superman's suit, to be honest, just with a different texture. So there's lots of panel lining and kind of like armor plate. And then you do get the armored shoulder pads up there. A little bit of the throwback to the Aquaman with the elbow thing. Nothing back here, though. Just kind of a little thing right there. But there's the Aquaman logo. So yeah, I mean, it's on the front too. It's sculpted really well, other than this hand is really, really big and goofy looking. I guess we can live with that since it's going to be holding the trident. But yeah, I mean, it's sculpted really, really nicely, especially the head. I really, really like the head sculpt. The eyebrows are painted a little weird, so that throws off the look, but that definitely does look like Jason Momoa, even with the eyebrows. And then they painted the neon green eyes in there, which make it look even cooler. Very, very big fan of that head sculpt. The hair looks nice with the shading. So yeah, I'm on the fence with this whole line in general, because I'm generally for articulation, but these guys are going to look really, really nice. If you don't mind a very neutral pose, they're going to look great on a shelf. Paint is a big deal for me too, so I don't know. I'm on the fence. I definitely miss the articulation, but I really like the paint. Because of his hair, you can't really pose his head that much. It leans back a little bit, not too much. Then you can kind of force a rotation, but you're just going to get a little bit out of it. The shoulder pads are nice and soft and connected to the torso, so they look good, but if you raise the arm, well, actually it's not too bad. I was expecting it to be a lot more encumbering, so that's okay. I generally don't like shoulder pads on the top, but the way they flex and the way they're shaped, it works pretty well. You can raise the arm better than horizontal, so that's nice. Bicep swivel's fine. Single jointed elbow, you're going to get just about 90, a little bit less, which is not ideal, but a lot of figures don't get too much better than 90 anyway, so I guess that's okay. It's not great. You do get a swivel in there if you want it. It'll rotate at the forearm, so I guess that's okay. And then you get a swivel at the wrist, of course. No ab crunch once again, definitely a bummer. Waist twist works just fine. Hips are not DCEU style hips, so that's okay. They go all the way out to the side, no problem at all. I don't understand why we can't get Spider-Man figures that can do this, but we can get Aquaman figures. And look, there's no gap or anything, it looks fine. Oh, come on, Hasbro, give us a Spider-Man figure that you can pose. They don't go that far forward, though. They definitely could have done better with that, so it's not ideal. There's no thigh swivel in this guy, which is weird. They probably could have done that. For the knees, it's the same type of joint as the wrist, except there's no swivel in it. I mean, it has some play, but it's not meant to swivel. So you only have the single-jointed knee, which gives you almost 90 degrees, but it's not great. It's just, I mean, it's kind of an ugly joint. I definitely don't care for it that much. And here's another thing to note. I think the thighs are a little undersized. The lower legs seem a lot bulkier and like stronger than the thighs do. The thighs should be a lot thicker and more muscularly shaped, especially from this direction. There's no meat there, and that's kind of a bummer. It's easy to not notice it, but it's also, once you do notice it, kind of hard to not notice it. And then lastly, for the ankles, we have a hinge that goes back pretty far and it goes forward pretty far, so that's fine, no ankle rocker. So again, very limited articulation, but overall, other than the thighs being a little undersized and the hand being a little lumpy, very nice sculpt, definitely an appealing looking figure. It's going to look really good on a shelf with the rest of the Justice League, which you'll see in the photos at the end. You know, you have to decide what you want. This Multiverse line is kind of a grab bag of different things from Mattel, so this is one of their offerings that doesn't have the articulation but has the sculpt and paint. So There it is. Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. I have new videos up every single day. We talk about action figures, movies, TV shows, video games, all kinds of fun stuff. So make sure you come back for that. Give the video a thumbs up if you liked it. And in the meantime, keep collecting.